Hello, welcome to Chris Collects and another 4K Blu-ray review. In today's 4K Blu-ray review, we're actually going to split this down the middle and do it in two halves. We're going to look at the Batman anthology on 4K. So Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin. Like I said, we're going to split into two parts. So we're going to do the Tim Burton movies in the first part and the Joel Schumacher movies in the second part. This is going to be a weekly Batman series, seeing as we're about a month now away from the Batman arriving in cinemas, which is my most anticipated film of the year. I am wearing my Batman jumper here. And yeah, gonna do each Monday another 4K Batman review. Gonna do these films, the Dark Knight trilogy and Batman vs Superman, the Ultimate Edition with the IMAX aspect ratio. I probably will also do a review of the Batman when I see it. I haven't really planned to do mini movie reviews, but seeing as the Batman is my most anticipated film of the year, I think it's probably likely that I will review that film. But before we get into the video, I just want to make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to get notified for all future videos. And without further ado, let's get into Batman and Batman Returns. Okay, starting out with Batman then, okay? I'm going to review picture quality, audio quality, special features and packaging. Just a brief thing on the film. So obviously this is directed by Tim Burton, stars Michael Keaton as Batman and Jack Nicholson as the Joker. We've also got Kim Basinger in there as Vicky Vale. This is a movie actually that I really like. I really like 89 Batman. In terms of the four, it's probably the only one that I can actually say that I really, really like. And for me, this is a film that still holds up. Aside from the Prince soundtrack, I think the Prince soundtrack is what dates it to 89. But I was really excited to check this out on 4K. Now, in terms of picture quality, this is a complete 4K restoration transfer. It was shot on film, so there was a lot of data to work from. So naturally, these older movies are always going to tend to look better on the 4K format. At least that's how I feel about it. Having, gradually started building up my 4K collection, having seen newer films and older films, and generally, if it's shot on film, it tends to look better just because there's more to work from. Now, the grain structure on Batman is quite interesting because it's not super grainy. You can see the grain, but it's quite smooth grain, and it's not like they've gone in and artificially smoothed it out. It just looks like a really natural grain. However, if you're someone who doesn't like film grain, it probably will annoy you a bit, especially because I think Returns, Forever, and Batman and Robin have a lot less film grain in comparison to Batman. What I will say is, I think the picture quality is really good. It's an interesting movie because it's not as bright as some of the other movies. So there are a lot of darker scenes. However, the darker scenes, you get a lot more clarity in them. I will say there is a bit of issue with kind of the whites and the white balance in Batman and Batman Returns. It's worse on Batman than it is on Batman Returns. Some scenes tend to look really, really bright. I don't think it holds it back that much, but it is something to be aware of. But a lot of the explosions really pop. The final scene in the clock tower, that looks really good. The shot where the Batwing goes up in front of the moon, that also looks really good. The parade scene looks amazing. There are so many moments that look really great in this film. The Joker's costume in particular really stands out with all those purples and greens, as does his makeup. And yeah, I just think overall the picture quality is really good. Just a slight issue with the white balance, making it seem really bright. Now, probably the biggest selling factor to this is the audio quality. This is rocking a Dolby Atmos audio track. So it's been remastered in Dolby Atmos, and wow. Side by side, this to the Blu-ray, no competition. This absolutely smashes it in terms of its audio. The audio is insane on Batman. And if you're someone that really likes that Dolby Atmos audio, I really, really recommend you pick this up, especially because this uses obviously Danny Elfman's score, which is quite iconic, but then there's also a lot of Prince tracks in this film as well. And something I always get worried about is with dialogue in movies is, you know, some Blu-rays, the sound effects and the music drowns out the dialogue. Not the case with Batman. Batman, everything about the audio is absolutely top class. So for picture quality, I'd give this I'd say probably about 3.5 out of 5. But for audio quality, I'd give it a 5 out of 5. And if you're just someone that really likes the Dolby Atmos audio, I'd get Batman for that. It's a really good showcase for it. Now, in terms of special features, I do believe this has just ported everything over from the Blu-ray. You've got commentary by director Tim Burton. On the set with Bob Kane, you've got Legends of the Dark Knight, The History of Batman, Shadows of the Bat, The Cinematic Saga of the Dark Knight, Parts 1 to 3, Beyond Batman Documentary Gallery, 3 Prince music videos, The Heroes and Villains, Profile Galleries, Batman The Complete Robin Storyboard Sequence, and Theatrical Trailer. Now, I do believe all of that is included on the Blu-ray, and all those special features are on the Blu-ray disc, not the 4K disc. In terms of packaging, I've seen a lot of people say they don't like this packaging with this kind of white background with the image of Batman and Joker, and this is like the theme of these covers. I actually quite like this. This has got a blue colour scheme to it as well. I quite like these covers. I'm a bit of a sucker for when studios try something different, and it is different from the old Blu-ray releases. I have the anthology box set, and each of those is just the Bat logo on the cover. But there's the back of the slipcover, and then we got our case. Open it up. We got the 4K disc on the front there, and then your standard Blu-ray disc. There's artwork on the 4K disc, and then there's no artwork on the Blu-ray disc. There is artwork actually on the original anthology releases of these films on Blu-ray. But that is Batman. So overall, I think I'd give it in terms of all-encompassing score, I'd give this about an 8 out of 10 in terms of picture quality, audio, packaging, special features. I do wish they packed some new special features in, but I don't know what there is that hasn't been released before. But yeah, really, really, really great solid release from Warner Brothers on this one. Moving on then to Batman Returns. Now, Batman Returns for me is one that I don't think it's bad, but I don't like it as much as I think other people do who are Batman fans. I think it's a very weird movie. It's very, very, very Tim Burton, more so than Batman is. And I think that for me is what makes this one really jarring in comparison, is just how much of a weird turn it takes down the kind of Tim Burton directorial path. And it's probably what ultimately led to the decision for Warner Brothers to replace him with Joel Schumacher, because this is quite a weird movie. It's quite dark for kids as well. But yeah, so that's what I think of Batman Returns. Obviously, Michael Keaton is back as Batman. We've got Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, and we've also got Danny DeVito as the Penguin. Now, in terms of picture quality on this one, this is a bit better than Batman. The white balance issue is nowhere near as severe, and it makes, as a result, it makes this one look a little bit more natural. This one, though, is more colourful, so there are more things to pop in this one. So I think this one overall is a little bit more interesting to watch in that regard. So picture quality on this one, I think, is a bit of a slight step up from Batman. Once again, shot on film, so naturally this looks really good because there's more data to work with. It is a complete 4K restoration as well. So picture quality, I'd give this one a 4 out of 5. Again, audio quality is Dolby Atmos. Basically, it's in the same company as Batman. I've not got a bad thing to say about the audio quality on Batman Returns. Absolutely amazing Dolby Atmos audio. And in that respect, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 for audio. Now, in terms of special features, again, I do think it is a lot of the same special features as that are featured on the Blu-ray. So commentary by director Tim Burton. The Bat, the Cat and the Penguin, making of featurette. Shadows of the Bat, the cinematic saga of the Dark Knight Part 4. Beyond Batman, documentary gallery. I can't say that one. Sirius and the Banshees. I think that's how you say it. Face-to-face music video. So that's a band. Don't know who they are. The heroes and the villains profile galleries. And the theatrical trailer. Once again, it's that same style of artwork with this slipcover. This time we've got the purple colour theme to it. So there's the front. There's the back. This is slip. Take it out. We've got the case. Then we got the 4K disc and the Blu-ray disc there. So overall, I think I'd give Batman Returns, in terms of picture quality, audio quality, and special features and packaging, just an ever so slight bump on Batman. I'd give this an 8.5 out of 10. If you're a fan of these two, though, I do highly recommend you pick them up. I might, in this video, have a few screenshots as I'm talking to kind of show you for picture quality. If I don't, there'll definitely be a link in the description to screenshots, 4K screenshots of these films, because obviously when I put screenshots into a video, it gets compressed by YouTube, so it's hard for you to actually gauge what these films actually look like. Whereas if you try and look at them on a device that is, you know, producing the best 4K image for you, then obviously it's going to give you a bit of a better idea of how these look. But that is Batman and Batman Returns on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. Hope you enjoyed this video. Next week, we'll be taking a look at Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, and continuing our little Batman series of 4K reviews. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please do leave a comment, like, subscribe. Let me know which is your favourite, Batman or Batman... I had the wrong one up. Batman or Batman Returns. And I'll see you all next week.